Hey guys, can you feel the excitement in this video? I'm so excited because today I'm going to be reviewing the new Huda Beauty Overachiever concealers. I am in love with concealers, they make me so happy. I have really bad under eyes, so when a new concealer comes out I just get so excited. And when I found out that Huda Beauty was releasing some new concealers, I was just over the moon. So today I'm going to be doing a little review on these, and then what I'm going to do is do a tutorial using these, comparing it with my current holy grail, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. So I'll do one side using this and the other side using this. And then I'm going to also do a wear test where I'm going to check in with you guys every couple of hours and see how my concealers are lasting, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So if you guys want to see my review on the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer, then just keep on watching. Alright, so let's break these bad boys down. I've got my phone with all the information. So I got mine from Sephora.nz. Yeah, Sephora.nz, and I paid 50 New Zealand dollars for mine. Comparing it to the Tarte Shape Tape, I got mine from the Tarte website and they do free shipping. It was 45 New Zealand dollars. So it comes with 10 mils of product, which I think is pretty good for a concealer. Tarte comes with, how much does Tarte come with? Oh, Tarte also comes with 10 mils. For some reason this looks less than this, doesn't it? But it's exactly the same, they're both 10 mils. And so it claims to be a full coverage creamy concealer armed with skincare actives and a cooling Zamic tip, which I agree with. I'll show you guys the tip in a second. So it is packed with about 31% pure pigment and multi-action skincare actives. So it sounds like it's really full coverage and it's good for your skin. So it's suitable for all skin types and it's a radiant matte finish, which I totally agree with. It is very matte, but it doesn't look cakey, if that makes sense. So I got mine in Granola, which is 18N, and I got Toasted Almond, which is 20G. I couldn't decide which one was going to be my colour, so I got both. So Toasted Almond is my skin tone, so it's more for like spot concealing, which I never do. And Granola is perfect for under the eyes. It's what I'm using under the eyes today. If you don't like that highlighted look under your eyes and you're my skin tone, then Toasted Almond will be good for you. It is maybe like one shade lighter than my skin tone. And for reference, all my foundation shades and my concealer shades will be down below. And the Tarte Shape Tape comes in 30 shades, whereas the Overachiever concealer only comes in 20. I'll show you guys the tip. Just wipe that. Already used it. So that's what the tip looks like. You guys can see. It's like this metal, smooth tip, which I haven't seen in any other concealers. And honestly, guys, it just feels so smooth. When you put it under your eyes, you feel like you're getting like a facial. It's so cooling, it's so refreshing, and yeah, it feels great. That's definitely a pro of the concealer because the Tarte Shape Tape, as you all know, just comes with that regular doe foot, which is good, it's a great applicator, but this is just a little bit extra. So what I thought I'd do is some swatches for you guys. So that's Granola. If you can see that it's a couple of shades lighter than my skin tone. And then this is Toasted Almond, which is 20G. Honestly suck at swatches. But that's Toasted Almond. I also swatched the Tarte Shape Tape for you as well. Tan Sand. This is Tan. And so that's medium. So medium is the colour that I've used today. Alright, so now that I've talked about the concealers and all the nitty gritty stuff, let's get into the tutorial so you guys can see how it actually applies. But I've already got my eyes and my brows done and I use the Huda Beauty Warm Obsessions palette. So I'm going to start off by priming my face. I'm going to use the NYX Honeydew Me Up. I actually love this stuff. I didn't realise how much I'd used of it. It's got a really weird consistency. It's like really stringy and yeah, hard to describe, but if you guys are looking for a good primer, then this one's really good. It feels so nice and cooling, like it feels like a serum more than a primer. And it's got little gold flakes in it. I think it was only like $9, something ridiculous like that. Can you see like how glowy it makes me look? But it doesn't make you look oily, which is what I like about it. I'm going to use the NARS foundation today. I'm in the colour Tahoe and Syracuse. It's crazy that they have so many shades, but yet I still can't find mine. I really like this foundation. I thought I'd use a foundation that I know works well for me today because I don't want anything interacting with the wear test. So I've got Tahoe, and what I usually do is just put that. Is that Tahoe? Or is that Syracuse? No, I think it's Tahoe. So what I do is I usually just put it around the outside because Tahoe by itself is a little bit too dark. And then I'll just blend that in with, what am I going to use? I'll just use this Wet n Wild buffing brush to blend that in. Right, and then I'm going to take Syracuse and put that right in the centre. And I'll just buff that in. This is probably a medium buildable to full. I find it works on so many skin tones. It's just annoying that I have to mix 2 shades to get mine. And I think they've got like 40 shades, so that's pretty ridiculous. And then what I usually do is take a beauty blender and any sort of spray. I'm going to use the Mario Badescu facial spray today. And what I usually do is just wet my beauty blender. Oh shit. I usually find that this gives me more of a natural, flawless application, and it just helps everything blend in really well together. I might just put a little bit more of Syracuse on my chin because I have these like little spots that are so annoying. I get like 2 pimples and then I'm scarred for life, I swear. So I always just need a bit more coverage on my chin. I'm just taking my buffing brush and just blending that in. So today I'll be using Granola under the eye. And on this side I'll do the Huda Beauty, and on this side I'll do the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty bake powder to bake both sides. So we'll start with the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer. And I just do my usual V pattern under the eye. Let me start with a tiny bit because I don't want to use too much. And then you just use the silver thing to like blend it out. This applicator is definitely better than the Tarte Shape Tape. It just feels so nice and cooling. Alright, I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender, which should still be a little bit wet, from that Mario Badescu stuff. Actually, I might put a little bit more. Alright, and then I'm just going to blend this out. I hope you guys can see how easy it is to blend it out. It honestly just makes me look airbrushed. I don't know what's in it, but it's just so flawless and full coverage. Can you see that? Look at the difference. I think if you don't like as much of a highlighted look in your My shade, Toasted Almond will probably be better for you. But if you really like that highlighted look, which I do, then Granola is perfectamondo. It's so easy to blend, honestly. I didn't even need to do much. I feel like the concealer does everything for you. And if you've got really dark under eyes, I think this will be so good. And I don't need to worry about setting it straight away because it kind of sets on its own. Like some concealers, they're quite moist, and I hate the word moist, but some concealers are quite moist almost, and you need to set it straight away because it will crease within like 2 seconds. But this one you don't really need to worry about that. Look at the difference. Alright, and now I'm going to take Tarte Shape Tape and Tan Sand on the other side. I just put a little bit of Tan Sand on my hand and I feel like it might be a little bit too dark. So scratch that. I'm going to take Tarte Shape Tape in medium and see how we go. I really like this because it's really big compared to your normal doe foot. And it smells like flowers. It's got a really nice scent, like it's not too overpowering. Does this I don't think this one comes with a scent. No, well, maybe slightly, but nothing that you can, that's gonna, like, nothing like her foundation. Her foundation has got such a strong scent, almost to the point where it gives you a headache. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, I'm gonna use medium. And so doing the same thing. I feel like you need a lot less of the Huda Beauty one. But you don't need much of this either. This one's really full coverage as well. Cool. Alright. Taking that same beauty blender. And I'm going to spray it again just to make it even. Alright. And just blending this out as well. This one blends out really well as well. I feel like I might have used a little bit more of the I feel like I might have used a little bit more of the Tarte Shape Tape. But I think once I blend it all out, the good thing about the beauty blender is even if you use too much, it just soaks up all the excess product, which is good. They're both really easy to blend out. Like in terms of blendability, I think they're both exactly the same. Really easy to blend out. You just have to remember that Tarte's on the left. Yeah, on my left. So that's the difference between the two. I don't know. I feel like the Tarte Shape Tape is giving me just a little bit more coverage than the Huda Beauty one. But there's not much difference, to be honest. And looking more closer up, I think there's no creasing with either. I just feel like maybe the Huda Beauty one has set a little bit more than the Tarte Shape Tape. It's a lot more drier now. This one's still a little bit wet, but there's nothing major. I also just feel like the Tarte Shape Tape maybe is a little bit more brighter than this one. Yeah, I think so. But to be honest, they both are very full coverage and both look really nice. I also think you could get away with not setting both of them. But I just can't not set my under eye, so I'm going to. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Bake Powder. I've tried this out maybe 2 times now, and I love, love, love this. It just makes everything look flawless. So that's what it comes in with the lid. It does go everywhere though, because the lid kind of comes off really fast. And what I'll do is I'll just take that beauty blender I was using and just dip into that. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm using the colour Banana Bread. But what I do is I just press that into the under eyes. I don't really bake, I just use the beauty blender to press in. I feel like I get more of a natural finish and it lasts a lot longer. Honestly, look at that. Look how airbrushed and flawless it looks. It's so crazy. I don't know what she's put in this baking powder. I haven't actually tried if there's any flashback. I might do that once I've done all of my makeup. I might insert some flash photography just so you guys can see if there's any flashback or not, because that's quite important, I think. And sometimes I find with my Laura Mercier I do get a bit of flashback, and I know it's not supposed to, but I wonder if it's just because it's too light for me. So it'll be interesting to see if I get any flashback with this one. Right, and I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. I It does feel a little bit cakey, like heavy, but I think that goes away after a while. I think it's just initially when it's being pressed in. Right, so that's how we're looking now. Just blend that in a bit more. I honestly feel airbrushed. It's so crazy. The only difference I'm seeing is that this side looks a bit brighter compared to this side. But other than that, I think the powders worked really well with both of the concealers. So it'll be interesting to see how it wears. So it's been 6 hours since I put on my makeup. And to be honest, we're looking pretty good for 6 hours. It's pretty hot today and I'm sweating my little fanny off, so I'm pretty impressed with both sides. But if you look a little bit closer, you can see that the Huda Beauty side is creasing just a little bit more than the Tarte Shape Tape side. I'm being very picky. It's very minuscule. It's like not even a problem. But I thought because we are doing a wear test, I thought I'd point that out. Just a little bit more in here compared to in here. I was going to film a 2-hour update, but honestly there was no change whatsoever. So that's why I'm just doing the 6-hour one now. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with the 6-hour mark, so I will catch up with you guys in another couple of hours. Alright, it's been 8 hours now, and we are looking exactly the same as we did 2 hours ago. Same amount of creasing on the Huda Beauty side compared to Tarte Shape Tape, but no obvious change over the last 2 hours. So I will check in another couple of hours and see how we're going. My foundation, however, is breaking up a little bit. But we're not reviewing that, are we? Alright, we're at the 10-hour mark. Actually, I think we're nearly at the 11-hour mark now. And I'm ready to take this makeup off. So let's have a look. Actually, I might zoom you guys in so you can see a bit better as well. Alright, now we're really up close and personal, but I thought it would be easier for you guys to see. Guys, it looks exactly the same as it did at 6 hours. There's just a tiny bit more creasing on the Huda Beauty side than there is on the Tarte Shape Tape side, but it's so minuscule, you can't even notice it unless you're the person wearing the makeup. They've both worn flawlessly over the day. They both look amazing. I don't know if it's got anything to do with that Huda Beauty baked powder that's affected the longevity of it, but either way, they both have worn beautifully over the last 11 hours. If you're after a long wearing, beautiful, flawless, full coverage concealer, then Huda Beauty is for you. If you like these kinds of videos, then definitely give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!